has been a day of upsets here at day number 2 for the DreamHack Dallas Pro Circuit. It's been a tragic loss for some and glorious victory for others. Hello and welcome back here to the DreamHack Pro Circuit. I am going to be your host, Wade Dreadnought Penfold, there as we witness some of the great upsets from some of these teams. And up with me at the desk, we've got a bit of a mix-up. It turns out Turtle actually gave up on predicting that things after our last upset were so severe.
It's not true. I am Turtle. Do you not recognize this jacket? I am Turtle. Don't worry about it.
Oh, man. We're mixing things up here with Gibbs. And in fact, off-brand Turtle, I don't know what James Butt was his original name, but we'll figure out something here, I'm sure.
Yeah, no, it's great to be up here. I had to listen to Gibbs make wrong predictions all weekend long, and so someone has to come up here and help him out.
So if anyone predicted this bracket, I will buy you dinner, all right? That's what,
you know,
Pig
Hair Fan Club, we'll just forget about that, you know?
Hey, Vitality's not even in danger.
Yeah,
right?
true. Okay, I'll cut you some slack. I'll cut you some slack.
And I think it's hilarious that you're going to come in here and, you know, spit some game over the predictions over debatably one of the easier predictions out of the entirety of day 2.
This is a subtle pick coming up.
Oh, I'm looking forward to it here. Hold on. First, we got to check out the bracket that we're going to have for tomorrow based on the results here for today. And it is a gem of a bracket here.
You didn't see this coming?
Oh, no. I mean, of course. We had 8 World Championship teams here out of the 12. And guess what? We only have 2 in the bracket so far. We might only have 2. We'll see what NRG does here. Absolute pandemonium here.
You know, I would like to say that I saw EG coming as well. In the back, we were talking about it, but
that's very true.
I'm not here to brag, but this has been an exciting tournament nonetheless.
But I love this. This is like the NHL playoffs, right? Anything can happen, and that's why we love Rocket League.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's super exciting to be able to see it. You know, I think for some people at home, it's a little frustrating, especially those who have gotten behind like a specific group, but that is, I think the beauty of Rocket League as a game is not only just the chaos at hand, but like, all it takes is like a quarter of a second of an air roll in the wrong direction, and that game goes from a loss to a victory. Like, it is insane how it's a game of just merely pixels.
So I love everything about Rocket League except that we have to predict all the time.
Yeah,
that's the only thing I don't like.
Why don't you work that into your contract where it's like, I just won't pick anything, but I'll talk about it.
All I know is I want your agent. Whoever's getting this good of a contract.
It's him. He does it all.
I need to hire Gibbs as my agent, man. My goodness. But either way, we're going to focus on the series at hand here, and it is between NRG, the #1 seed of North America, going up against Icon of OCE.
So we saw the Renegades drop out, but Drippe has made it into the final bracket, so Icon is trying to add to that OC dominance, and they finally got their first big international win. They beat Splice back at DreamHack Leipzig, but people were saying Splice, you know, probably the worst team in the RLCS. They took down PSG 3-0.
Yeah, and PSG is a team that has been surprising us with how well they've been doing, really solidifying that 3rd spot in Europe. Fruity playing well, Farah having pinpoint accurate shots, but Icon, they don't care. They're coming in here representing OCE, showing us that they are a region not to be underestimated.
So we saw them on stage at day 1 to end the day. They played Nitrox, the 28th seed, and honestly, it was a little closer than we expected, but they got the win. These guys will not be at the World Championship, so they are looking to make some waves at DreamHack Dallas and then DreamHack Valencia, because CJ is trying to save this 2019 year.
Yeah, that's what we had heard there from CJ yesterday, right? It's like, this is our grand finale. This is our big hurrah. So they're really looking to make a dent, and I can't help but feel like no better way to do that than taking out NRG.
Yeah, and NRG, you know, you think about the Chiefs in the past, they don't have the most dominant history against this region. Icon, obviously, this squad hasn't taken down NRG before, but there's a first time for everything. And honestly, with the way things have been going, it could happen.
And who knows? We'll see with Justin. This is probably the first time he's had to face some turmoil, right? He had 2 mistakes versus TSM that he probably feels that he cost his team the series. So we'll see if he can bounce back. But NRG, we expect him to make it, so that might be a bad luck charm. But NRG, he wants to hoist that World Championship trophy. He wants to add a DreamHack trophy as well.
I think, you know, NRG, this squad, stuck together through thick and thin. They've been close to the top and fallen short so many times, but they still give it a go. Any major trophy, they will take. They will take it,
And it's so
kids.
crazy because Fireburner scored almost all the offense versus TSM, and they still couldn't pull out that win. So who knows what you need now?
Yeah, it is crazy. And I think that you bring up a really good point there, James Bott, in the fact that NRG is a roster that hasn't won a major since, even though they've been very impressive, it's been, I think it was X Games, right?
Yeah.
Which is so long ago.
2017
For
in
how
the summer.
dominant they are.
Yeah, and plus, like Garrett G always says, we played in a tent. So he doesn't really count that one that much. So he really wants a better title, personally, for himself.
What's wrong with tens?
Hey, man, like,
What do you
I
got
thought it
against
was a great
tens?
title, personally.
Yeah,
They came
me
back
too.
from 3-1 versus Gale Force, but he wants another one.
He wants another one, and it's going to have to happen here against Icon. And so now it is the moment to decide who ends up walking away with the victory. We did give a pretty solid argument, I think, with Icon and the results on PSG.
So I have all these notes here, you know, just going through all the notes, and you know what?
Those
I'm
look
just
pretty
going to close.
thin, honestly, Gibbs.
I'm just going to close the book. We're getting rid of this. It doesn't matter anymore, but I am going NRG. I expect to see them in the bracket. I expected a lot more of these World Championship teams to be there. They're not, but I will go with NRG here.
We just saw the biggest upset potentially of the tournament, Vitality dropping out. And I think there could be a chance. Just kidding. No chance. NRG's going on. I think they're going to
don't curse them, James. Don't curse them.
There's no such thing as curses, Gibbs. Let's be real.
I think we're on a razor's
100%.
edge at this point, man. I don't know if I agree with you because it feels like we were just one weird prediction or something away from just this whole bracket going like, we don't know what's happening anymore.
If Icon wins it here, I'm just going to give up picking forever.
Yeah. I look forward to the future LCS season.
I
James
will work
Bott's
that into your
vote, just a
contract.
fat X, nothing there. I'm going to sit on the side of NRG. It's so tough to go against them with how much threat that they've had, but as we talked about, TSM looked very, very good against them. I'm just not sure that that on the side of Icon, they have some of the patience necessary to take on a roster as impressive as NRG.
So the one thing we saw from the Renegades was a lot of goal line defense where they all rotate back. Same with Icon. When we didn't see them on stream, we saw some of that just go into that goal line defense. So if NRG has that space and time, watch out for Justin. Watch out for Garrett G making those plays.
And TSM basically threw a rock at a beehive, in my opinion. NRG is going to be mad in this series. They want to get to day 3. I don't care which team is standing in their way. I think they could get through anyone at this point. It was so close, almost reverse swept it. They couldn't do it. They're going to do it here.
Well, it is time to get things underway here. We're going to go ahead and send you over to our commentary crew for our last series of the day. I know we've got a Chiefs, and I think that's where Turtle, he joined the dark side, to the other side, I think.
And I can understand why you'd want to come over because, you know, he ranked you higher than me in attractiveness.
James Bond was looking good with my jacket, though. I mean, you gotta give him that. It looks really,
It does
really
look pretty
snazzy
good on him. I will agree. But no easy roads
Yeah.
here at Dallas. And the bracket as it's shaken out has absolutely proved that. And they made a good point, you know. Justin made a couple of errors versus TSM, but you can wash it all away here. It doesn't matter how many you made. As long as you get to day 3, get yourself into that single elim bracket. And he will take a moment to collect himself.
And I was just so confident in the Vitality bounce back and just recovery. But right now, you saw Twitch chat's vote. It was like 28% for Icon, which to me is even surprising in itself. And I don't think that we would see numbers like that if we hadn't seen the results earlier today with these upsets like Vitality and Complexity.
But Icon, I mean, you've made it this far. And Shady Express and CJ, as they said, this is the one. And they're absolutely out here to take NRG down a peg and only leave 2 teams at the World Championship here in Dallas. And it will start off with a kickoff for Fireburner. Soft touch from CJ, open net for Justin, and stopped by Express coming out of the corner. Garrett G has to wheel back around, keep the pressure going. So a bit of a scare to start off for Icon, but they come away clean.
And James Bond made a great point whenever he said that NRG was going to be furious. But CJ instantly trying to make a point that they are not going to give up easily.
Wonderful catch from Express to get that off the top corner. And again, a miss off the backboard from NRG. Mistake to open things up. Bodes ill.
Literally the worst way to start out a game, especially with the match that we have right now, with the underdogs of Icon dropping that first game after seeing Vitality get knocked out. You've got to be feeling a little bit of nerves at this point.
Well, NRG has the pressure post-kickoff. Not able to get around Shady. CJ threatening a demo on Garrett G, but he will just force him off the ball for a moment. Justin to continue the pressure in the corner. Rolls it around. No help. Fireburner finally out of the midfield to CJ. Long clear upfield. Justin back on defense already. Savior of the season, and why not tack another one on here at Dallas? Out to the side. Garrett G can't beat CJ to the ball. He's got Express upfield though. Justin scrambling back off the nose and into the middle of the pitch for Shady. Tough bounce to read. NRG kind of haphazard right now, but they escape unharmed, and Garrett G is going to have to wait a moment, collect himself, and thankfully Justin into the corner, able to find it clear, but Icon not going to make it easy. They steal away that corner boost as well. Ask a lot from Garrett G. Nice dunk. Bump from Fireburner pushes CJ off.
And it's a common mistake, especially from teams who are not able to score a lot, but Fireburner instantly responding again to that unfortunate goal at the start. Justin here doing what he does best, utilizing the ceiling. Perfect pass to Fireburner. This is the energy we want to see, and hopefully it continues.
And Express had it cut out pretty well. He could see where that was going to bounce, but he just didn't make the perfect read. Just a few pixels off to the side of the ball. Wasn't in the perfect spot to take that ball off Fire's nose, and this one gonna roll around. Shady's there, misses the touch. CJ to follow up. Garrett G to kick it out into the corner. And Justin with some space now.
And if you're a viewer at home, you want to pay attention to the aggressive play that you see from NRG, and if they're going to be too aggressive right now, because they're so confident most likely going into this. It's been a long day. We can definitely see the third man pushing up too far in a situation like this, especially where everything is on the line against an underdog.
But it is great pressure out of the midfield from Icon, forcing NRG to play solid corner defense. And again, CJ so quick to the ball. He has an open net. It's off the side. Big miss from CJ. CJ, pressure still mounting. Double commit from NRG, but a merciful clear. Some space to breathe, but more pressure coming out as Fireburner will finally stop the bleeding. Get the ball over onto the blue half of things, and a small reset here.
And I like what I'm seeing from Icon. Instant turns, trying to keep the pressure in, not getting too agitated if they don't get a goal. CJ doing a great job, even though he missed the shot, turns around and tries to force the ball back into the corner.
Definitely a hallmark of how we see OC play on the international stage. Aggressive, to say the least. Almost always seemingly first up to the ball and force great challenges, but the bump will come out and Justin will drive it straight down. The bump didn't get there. Express had to dodge. Couldn't make the save though.
And look at the patience from Justin, just flipping his car around, knowing that Garrett's going to go for the ball, or go for the bump, excuse me. And Garrett himself said in the interview that communication, he thinks, is the best thing about their team. They are the best in the world at it. And so that's how you know Justin was so confident that Garrett was going to go for the bump, and called it.
It's always the hard part, playing in the net on the 1v2. You got to really find that thin line and tread it very carefully to come up with saves in those situations. Express close, but not enough. And now it's Icon who are going to have to find something. Garrett G not cleanly through Shady. Great recovery on the wall as well, winning the ball, but Fireburner uncontested to the corner, actually hands it to Express. CJ to keep the pressure going, round into the middle. Fireburner blocked. CJ. Great fake from Justin to buy some breathing room over the top of Express. And again, the individual plays from Justin and the demo. He's taken all three members off the pitch. CJ has got back in time, but nobody waiting on the midfield to punish.
Right, NRG just taking the slow pace, trying to dribble a lot of these clears out, keeping it nice and close to them so they can maintain possession. A theme we've seen constantly throughout the NRG play style here.
Fireburner again with some space, but right into the back of CJ. Express is a gen about it, hands the ball right back. Sidewall, Icon in a battle, nobody comes up with it, so the first one will be Express. Dumps it into the NRG corner. Garrett G demoed for his troubles. And here comes Justin. CJ on the respawn, out into the middle for Fireburner, has to get through one. Garrett G sizing it up. It's a tough angle, but rotates around the ball. There's Justin to follow through. 2-goal lead for NRG.
Just perfect control in the air from Garrett, getting this angle, flipping his car around perfectly. Might even have gotten the shot off, but Justin, an easy follow for him. Don't think that Icon expected Garrett to get the angle that he did, but just NRG looking to come out on top.
Those are the plays. If you're on defense against NRG, you really got to get up there and sniff them out. As soon as Garrett jumps to that ball, you got to be right there.
And you want to see the confidence from Icon. I think that's the main thing we've seen from these upset teams lately, is the confidence to block shots and get into these dominant teams' faces. But Justin, oh my goodness.
Throws out the let's go Fireburner, the long feed upfield. And he keeps spinning. Did he pre-jump it? I don't know. It was close, but bar down and in. Shady almost able to catch the bounce off the crossbar, just missed it. And game number 1 gonna go the way of NRG.
So many flashy goals and just aerial movement from every single individual here coming out from NRG. We see the control and the comfort they have in the air with just spinning and using that air roll to get a better position and honestly make their nerves less, apparent.
That's a lot of it. You really got to stay right behind the ball. A lot of people think it's freestyling. No, it's to get that perfect angle, that touch right where you want it.
And I've said it before many times, but these players want to play like they practice. In free play, you're going to go around and you're going to spin as much as you can because you just have so much time to practice to yourself. But NRG, looking dominant. Finally, we see very comfortable, space on the field. Icon has given them a little bit, like you said, too much respect.
The scoreline says dominance, but it was not all fun and games. There was a lot of offensive pressure from Icon on offense. It was just that NRG defense, one of the most stingy ones out there. Beautiful pass from Justin to Fireburner. And again, that slow play coming out, forcing Express to jump early, driving it back down into the ground. It's that communication on offense that makes NRG so dangerous.
And look at that turn from Garrett in the air. I honestly did not expect him to get that angle. Just air rolling perfectly around the ball and wrapping himself to the other side.
It's the threat, it's that precision, because as soon as you see him rotate that direction, you're like, oh my gosh, he's gonna try and shoot this. And you're kind of sitting there on defense like, I don't know if he can get that, but you don't have time to think about it against a team like NRG. You have to be like, all right, he's going for it, and you're gonna have to go for it as well, because if you don't, you're gonna leave the door open. And Icon, I thought, did a great job. Whenever they're on offense, the speed looked great. The pressure out of the midfield looked great. It's that defense where it's not fine-tuned to perfection. And you get to see it exploited a little bit by NRG in game number 1. It was close, but Icon on offense, absolutely a threat. NRG just held them off.
You're 100% right, Achieves. And I think that dominance, honestly, on my part, was not the right word to use because Icon definitely brought it to them.
Absolutely. It was great offense for them. But slipped away in the final moments. Final 40 definitely going the way of NRG with 2 quick goals. And game 2 underway. Can Icon find some more of that wonderful pressure that they were able to generate in game 1, but can they crack the neck of NRG, which has been so difficult for so many teams? Express might have done just that. It's off the mark, but he won't even have a second chance at it. Fireburner to make sure he got that out to the side.
Let's see if Icon can utilize the backboard, just boom it and try and force NRG to do something.
Whoa, CJ, what a save. Coming off the back of his net and kicking it out. Close call, but they'll take it. Wonderful effort. Express and CJ, neither of them come up with a touch, and that allows Justin some room to work with. Shady actually lets Garrett G come up on the ball, and that's when you get real dangerous. They just gave NRG some space to work with. Not able to find the pass. Fireburner was waiting on it, and now it's Icon to press out. Shady, past 1. Justin, quick read up there, misses the second hit. Here's CJ, wants the far post. Garrett G, dunked by Shady. Beautiful shot, and Icon with the first goal.
What a play from Shady, the dunk coming across the pitch and still managing to cut off the angle. I don't know how he knew that Garrett G was gonna hit it to the right corner, but somehow Shady, the mind reader himself, getting a perfect play and just completely destroying Garrett G in that situation.
Another strong start for Icon. They opened up game 1 as well. Can they hang on to it? No, not able to find a second one off the kickoff. Garrett G, little stop and go over the top of 1. Justin up first, back wall. It's gonna have to be Fireburner. He's got a place to pick from. He can't get around the ball to shoot it cleanly though. And CJ, not able to come up with a pass to Express. Garrett G threatening, and now it's Justin with time and space. Express coming to apply pressure in the corner. Bumps him off the ball. Fireburner keeping the press up. No help from Garrett G. He'll give ground, and Shady over his head in the midfield. Express waiting patiently in the midfield, as is CJ, as you should do when Justin starts doing these.
Just the usual air rolls, casual freestyles. But the boost game, honestly, NRG, it seems like they've constantly been with the boost at least. Doesn't feel like the pressure is suffocating NRG, but it's really a game of respect.
Hard off the side, Fireburner not able to get the pass straight across to Garrett G. Allows CJ to find a tip out. Express off the ceiling. Fireburner to Garrett. He's got Justin in the midfield waiting. Won't ever happen as CJ with a beautiful clear off his own wall. Fireburner with some space out into the middle. Express straight sideways. Tough ask for CJ, not able to get the strongest touch. Justin thinking about it. Here he goes. Slow shot right into the ground and an easy save for Express. Quick transfer for Icon. Actually, Express comes up empty. CJ had the open net, but he didn't get a clean hit, and now it's back the other way for NRG. High touch, tough ask, and back wall. Justin needs help. Fireburner there. CJ diving stop. He may not have got the goal, but at least he kept the lead.
Icon are managing to stay in this game with these saves. Oh my goodness!
Gee, you disgusting man. Off the corner, keeps it close and delivers a huge equalizer.
With 2 minutes left, Garrett G back and forth between the backboard. What a play from him. Completely with the counterattack. We thought Icon was going to get a goal there, but Garrett G responds.
Good control by Icon off the kickoff. CJ kept it close, but Garrett G got a piece of it. Now Shady in the midfield is going to ask for some help. Justin, uncontested, long clear, but Fireburner and Garrett going to be off grabbing some boost for a moment. But again, Icon not able to muster up that strong clear. Justin towards net, off the mark, and Shady into the corner.
No strong clear, but their defense, their rotations are solid. They're staying in position. They might not be able to get a huge clear here and there, but it seems like they just keep getting these goal line saves and have solid cutoffs like that you see from Shady with these passes.
Great block, tough bounce for Express and CJ, thankfully uncontested. Here comes Garrett G. Net was open, but off target.
And nobody there to receive the pass. Fireburner and Justin just both drop back, trying to get some boost.
A little bit of tension there on the side wall, but Garrett G comes up. Free ball, cuts right. Not cleanly through Shady. Express to support. Justin gonna have to scamper back into his corner, control the boost. And not the cleanest catch either. Maybe able to make the save off the backboard. And Shady off the side. And Icon actually really haven't had an extended stay on offense for quite a while. Really since that start of game 2. But maybe they just caught NRG out. Garrett G cannot make it back. It will bounce out in the middle, and Express will take the lead.
Garrett G, I think he thought this might have been going in or something, but CJ, just an instant cutoff there in the midfield. That created the entire play there, opening so much space for Express. And Garrett G probably thought it was going to either go in or bounce a different direction. Not a perfect read, but definitely a hard one.
Icon looking to equalize the series. Great kickoff for him as well. Fireburner will cut it down. CJ pressuring Justin. Awkward touch. Strong hit, however, into the corner for Garrett G. In time ticking if NRG don't want to equalize. Nice block from Shady. Express stops it in the midfield line. CJ towards net. Easy save for Justin. Trying to control, get the fake. CJ just dove at it. Forced Justin to show his hand, tipped forward, gonna try and stick with it over the top, but Shady gets a piece of it. Fireburner keeping the pressure going. Garrett G will control a midfield boost, but he has to dodge a demo. He's over the top, and here's Justin. Needs a light tap, but a nice save. It was off the mark, and CJ will clear it aside. Fireburner making sure to get a strong tip here, at least wants a better position. Justin with time, again going up. Garrett G and him both double commit. That is gonna be the end. Icon will equalize in a big game 2.
Justin had a chance there. We saw him go for the aerial, but his positioning was just slightly off in the way he came at the ball. He didn't have the angle. That was definitely a performance from Icon. Wow.
Shots out of nowhere at the end of the game. 10 coming out of nowhere when it felt like NRG controlling most of the game. And that first save was so good until it wasn't. Shady with a huge dunk. The equalizer from NRG, and from that point in the game, it was a ton of pressure until right at the very end where Icon just strung this beautiful counterattack together, multiple counterattacks together, in fact, and that tough bounce straight out into the middle, didn't roll up the wall, and just brutal.
I definitely think he thought it was going to pop up or something,
Yeah.
and like you said, hopefully roll up. A little bit of an unfortunate play, but definitely a great read on the offender right there. And Icon, this is a surprise.
They won't go away quietly into the night. Little smile and a wave from CJ.
But NRG does not have the best record previously against OCE teams. I mean, they've struggled before in Worlds previously, and this could be another statement for the OCE region.
And it's always in the back of your mind, if you're NRG, that you know, it's like, all right, I know we haven't had the best luck, but we can definitely do this.
Oh, without a doubt. I mean, I definitely think they're more confident, and they're still, remaining, I guess, solid mentality. I just don't think the passes are there. It seems a little bit one-sided with these goals.
I agree. And well done as well, of course, by the defensive Icon to stop a lot of that pressure from NRG from finding its way to the back of the net like it did in game number 1. So a big game here in number 3. And Shady, not the cleanest touch. A race into the corner. Fireburner not able to win the challenge for CJ. Not something we get to say very often, that Fireburner lost one. Justin continuing pressing, and Fireburner wheels around, but limited boost for Shady in the midfield. I don't think Fireburner knows it, but either way makes the stop. Justin now back the other way, trying to get back behind it. Here's Fireburner to punch it home, bar down and in. First one on the board for NRG.
Fireburner was a superstar here. Look at the challenge that he got before then that allowed Justin to go upfield, and then Fireburner still keeps following with the play after he got the challenge. A great awareness of space and where his teammates were.
So a quick start for NRG in game number 3. You'd like to see a quick equalizer here for Icon. Express, patient off his backboard. Not to a teammate, however, allows NRG to push up, keep the pressure going.
And both teams right now have a good amount of momentum. So game 3 right now is just that much more important to see who
quick pass.
will take the advantage.
Another huge save. Express diving in front. And I agree, tension's high. Quality play from both sides. NRG trying to force this one through the corner. Justin waiting patiently right in the middle of the box. Fireburner taking his time. Goes up, wants the back post, but too high. Shady not able to get a good touch. Express has to help him out. Find the touch into space, and Icon now with time. Over one, Shady forward to nobody. An easy stop for Justin.
Patience.
Tip forward, immediately shut down by Icon. CJ wants the demo on Fireburner, takes a big bite out of him. Not a good clear either from Justin. Requires Garrett G to dribble this one to safety, and thankfully at full speed, Express is right behind him. Tap in, not able to get the block. CJ able to get that save into the corner, but NRG got to be frustrated they can't break down this Icon team, and I agree, it's a little one-dimensional on the approach.
Right. It doesn't seem like they're really trying to utilize everything on the field and try and get a cross-pitch pass here, but definitely solid pressure, and they're keeping it in possession of NRG right now. You see Justin just going for a dribble, trying to win a 50.
Oh, 2 fakes and still not able to punch it home. Fireburner finally able to come through, but they sniff it out once again. The dribble plays definitely have the creativity. It's the passing game that's lacking from NRG currently.
So much space. I've noticed CJ especially, whenever he gets the ball, he definitely sees all the space and the potential. I feel like both teams, honestly, are pushed back a little bit farther than we normally see.
Justin can't beat out Shady to the ball. Express in the corner, bounce back to Shady. It's going to get stuck here in the NRG corner. Nice bump on Fireburner, going to delay that push out. But a huge challenge win from Garrett G out into the Icon corner. Just needs a pass, but gets way too much of it. Kicks it out to the opposite end of the pitch. And maybe a counterattack gone wasted. But still the lead for NRG. Fireburner actually cuts that one down. One-on-one, flick high, nice save. Shady, big stop. Keeps the deficit to 1. Justin wants another pass with a bump on CJ, won't get a piece. Express, first one to it. Garrett G a little slow to pick it up. That means Icon has time. Fireburner wants the boost, which will cost them possession.
Great opportunity so far for NRG. Fireburner trying to get the flick there. Didn't really get a huge one. Not too much height, but back-to-back chances for NRG. They've got to be frustrated. By this point, they're going to end up putting something in, hopefully. I mean, at least you would think. But Icon previously have just held up.
Well, it's currently Icon threatening this from CJ. Forces Express to come in hard. And a nice demo on Justin. Fireburner just has to punt the ball with space, and now they might play the long game. Great hop, though, for Garrett G. Will beat out Express. Misses the second touch. Shady will get it out to the midfield. Express to CJ. CJ through 2 NRG players. Justin, monster clear off the backboard. And again, those are the critical moments on defense. You get put in the one-on-one, the 2-on-1. Express goes under a player. Garrett G off his own corner. Fireburner lets it roll. Shady, little chip over 1. Not cleanly around Justin, trying to find a pinch with Fireburner. Not all the way executed, however. Garrett G gets a demo, will blunt the attack here and force Icon out of their half.
We just saw a demo. This could be the change in pace like we saw with NRG versus TSM. It was the demo plays that started the shift in momentum. And right now we're trying to figure out who really has the most momentum coming into this series.
Garrett G will need some help. Wants to bump on CJ. CJ, nice dodge. And doesn't allow someone from NRG to come and punch in a 2-goal lead. but still wasting time off the clock. Garrett G trying to stay as close as he can. Beautiful read from Express to take that ball away, but time ticking. Hard shot off the side. Thankfully, Justin in the net. He's got Garrett G upfield, off the ceiling. Justin is gonna wait for it, won't risk it. And a huge demo to take away that push. And now maybe the final opportunity for Icon in game 3. Space to work with, but Garrett G will close the gap, tap it back into the corner, and now it's gotta be in the air. High, Garrett G to shut it down. Maybe he'll get the block, not quite upfield. There's Shady, and Fireburner says none of that. They will win game number 3. A 1-goal lead is enough to hang on to.
Finally, just trying to finish all these opportunities. You know, the scoreboard really does not represent a lot of how these games are going, and that's the surprise here. But Icon trying to put OCE on their back and carry their weight here.
Well, they did a great job. It was certainly back and forth, a lot more than game number 2 was, it felt like. And Fireburner, that was the only one that happened so early on. And at that point, it was just such close calls, and almost. That could have taken a lot of tension out of the match, and that found its way into the back of the net. But either way, Icon not able to muster the equalizer. And I thought it was a lot more back and forth. I'm with you. That scoreboard, the only 3 shots for Icon does not represent how much pressure they were able to generate, get over there. But
and a good thing to note, honestly, for all these players, it's been a long day. People people underestimate how much being on stage and playing these matches, especially with NRG coming so close in that TSM series, it's so draining on a player mentally, physically, and for both of these teams to come down to the last match of the day, they are so hungry and they have to give it everything they got.
We started at noon.
Yep.
It is 9:05 p.m. And that is absolutely a long day for Rocket League.
But the crowd has been amazing literally the whole time.
Absolutely. Thank you all for showing up and having a great time. And we hope you're enjoying the final match of day number 2, Icon and NRG. Icon looking to find another series equalizer and force a game 5 to see who will go on to day number 3. And a kickoff favoring NRG heavily, but Garrett G won't find it. It doesn't matter. Fireburner to help him out. And again, 4 seconds in, NRG on the board.
All coming out of the kickoff. Garrett G, what a strong win on that kickoff. Follows it through, and Fireburner always there to put one in.
Disaster for Icon. Can they get their hands on this kickoff? Not cleanly. Shady had Justin beat to the ball. CJ trying to force the issue out of the corner. Shady bounced to himself. Garrett G, solid read. And around the backboard of NRG.
And it comes down to a game like this for NRG where you're just, everybody assumes you're gonna win. What do you play? You play aggressive, you play safe in the situation, but Justin running away with it. Everybody on Icon over-aggressing, and he's able to capitalize.
Yeah, they ran into each other, and unfortunately that tip from, I believe it was Shady, went straight over Express's head on the midfield. Just caught an unfortunate piece of it because Icon ran into each other trying to rotate in. That forced an awkward play in the midfield, and then they just tie themselves up trying to get out of each other's way, unfortunately. Kickoff. Icon at least able to get over to the NRG side. Can they make something of this one? Unfortunately, not yet. Garrett G in position. Probably the only way you're going to force NRG out of position is with a demo or a bump, because they have been rock solid in the net throughout the RLCS season. Fireburner out to the side. Justin dodging a demo. CJ puts it high for Express, and that will be crossbarring in. Oh, so close, but not enough. Icon are within 1.
It's this bounce off the top of the arena. So perfect here for Express. It pops right out to him. Garrett G was not expecting it. Fireburner almost got the save. If he got that one, I would have freaked out. That was a great job and execution from Icon, showing that they're still in this and they're trying to win.
Again, the kickoff going over onto the NRG side. They were able to punch one in with a few rotations through, but this time it seems more space for NRG as Justin, pretty much uncontested up the side of the pitch, just drove it out for free. Pass up to CJ, not even going to go for it. Touch to Fireburner from Justin. To space for CJ. Not able to get it cleanly to Shady. Garrett G will take that away. Justin now has Garrett G in the corner. Actually, he bailed out Just handed that ball over to Icon. Fireburner caught a little bit too close. Shady not able to make the touch. Garrett G gonna race back, try and find the pass down, and what a beautiful play. Oh, but not enough. Justin can't fit it under the bar, and NRG denied by the fourth man.
And it was a repetition. We saw Icon push up before and be so aggressive, trying to get an opportunity created. And this time, NRG was not able to run away with it. That's got to be hurting, especially in such a close match.
Justin gonna be disappointed with the accuracy, especially with the soft touch that Garrett G gave him. CJ trying to keep it close. Fireburner cut it out. Limited boost in the net, however, for NRG currently, and thankfully uncontested was NRG right there, and they get some breathing room through Shady.
Almost a little bit of a double commit there. You saw both teams being a little bit aggressive right now. You know, trying to figure out, like I said, do you play aggressive? Do you play safe in this situation, especially if you're NRG? What kind of play style do you come out and execute?
I mean, well, right now, they're currently more than happy to keep having these uncontested clears coming out of their half. The pressure is starting to break down on that midfield line from Icon as they're forced back constantly to grab boost further away than they would like. And that's given NRG all the time in the world to find these clears. And Fireburner cleanly through Express. Garrett G to Justin, it's a race. CJ able to get enough of it. Tap it into the corner. Can he beat Garrett G? He's through two, but Fireburner there. Well-timed support on the midfield line. Stop Icon in its tracks. CJ not able to come up with the pass into the middle, and Justin to clear it away. Garrett G not able to beat out Express. Time beginning to really tick here for Icon. Garrett G sets one up for CJ. They run into each other in their own net. Blunder from NRG and exasperation. Icon will equalize.
The last game of the day, and mistakes like this are happening. This is so tilting. Justin backflipping on accident. Garrett G trying to get it out. That is so unfortunate. But if you're Icon right now, you are ecstatic.
You love to see it. And here come NRG. They're going to have to summon up one more if they want to take down Icon and avoid Game 5.
And that was a good symbol of the pressure we've seen from Icon. If they're forcing mistakes like that, that's how you know the NRG are feeling it right now, and they're getting heat.
Fireburner, sidewall to himself. Looking for the backboard, cut out by Express. CJ almost caught too far forward. Justin actually has to let it go. Shady had him beat, well read, and they missed the clear. Fireburner going to have to play this off the wall.
Oh, that's not the best pass.
Shady, backboard, here comes Express. Garrett G has him beat, but CJ to keep it up off the midfield line. And again, some great Icon pressure coming out, rolls it around. Fireburner in a bad spot, and mercifully for NRG, no help on the opposite end of the pitch. Express trying to rotate through, pick up a demo. Justin getting up early just to force Shady to show his hand. Fireburner will sky up there and kick that out to the corner. NRG struggling to find a quality clear. Justin trying to keep it as close as possible. Tries to fake under Shady. Fireburner will not pass the ball, but the bump will come through, and CJ, second man in the net, able to make the stop.
I think he actually just went upside down in the net. I'm not sure if he ran into the net to get that save, but either way, what a monumental save for him, keeping them still in this game tied 2-2, 20 seconds left. Keep the ball up.
Garrett G looking for the long clear off his backboard. Touchdown to Shady. A little bit of space to work with here, pushing into the NRG corner, but got too much of it. And now some more challenges. Shot, but they want the bump, and Garrett G just able to avoid disaster. Pass into the middle. CJ not able to win that one either.
Oh, it's a good bounce.
So close, but Justin, a beautiful lift for Garrett G. Express says, get out of here, we're going to OT.
That was a beautiful setup, but Express instantly right there.
And that's that speed you need on defense.
And they're showing that they can keep up with NRG, a team that we've been so complimentary on, their speed and how fast they are to outpace their opponent.
CJ, little tip towards the NRG half off the kickoff. Nobody really able to gain solid ground. With the start of OT in Game 4, NRG looking to secure a spot in Game 3. And Icon looking to put the pressure and go to Game 5.
Everything for Icon. If they lose this, they're out.
Shady backboard. Fireburner needs this as Justin was demoed, and a huge clear from the Dominus, and actually a piece taken out of him. Slow play towards the net. Nobody's home, and NRG will qualify for Day 3.
That's the way it ends. That is so rough, but Fireburner doing a great job staying patient there. And I think that was the name of the game here, with just staying patient and making sure that you stay out of your head and have positive thoughts and just keep the mental game strong. NRG making away with this win.
Rough miss for Icon, and unfortunately, the DreamHack Dallas 2019 will come to a close, and NRG will be the third team attending New Jersey to make day number 3, but close all the way through. Fist bumps all around in a well-played series. Icon,
we got to give it to them. They kept the pressure on. They were consistent, I like to think, on defense. Overall, it was scary. I honestly, for a second, was wondering who's going to run away with the game.
I'm with you. Icon absolutely adapted quite well after the start of that series. They seemed a little bit slow at the start of it, but then that speed came out, and you saw it right there at the end of that game number 4. The pressure to kill that ball and force it into overtime, but unfortunately not enough. Turtle, we've said our piece, and you guys at the desk, you were watching along with us, and what did you guys think of Icon's pressure?
I was thinking that it has been ridiculous. Not only the pressure there, just all day long. All of day number 2 has been concerning. I feel like even in that last series with Icon and NRG, that was a little bit more competitive than expected.
I mean, I made that pick pretty confidently, but watching the game,
you get away with it now.
I was shaking a little bit.
I think it's my jacket, honestly.
There we go.
Can I have that back, actually?
You know, talk to me after the show.
Okay.
No, but it is, again, been a very wild, I feel like, coming out from you guys, for everybody here today on the results that we had ended up getting. I mean, EG was one of them, between TSM finding another one, Complexity.
And it's starting to be a trend, you know, with surprises at DreamHack. They're going hand in hand, and it seemed like we might have be in the process of seeing a new one there. Icon was scary, and NRG was making mistakes, and Icon was making them pay for those mistakes.
And once again, they play NRG really close. They play them really close at DreamHack Leipzig. Shout out to Icon and the players. They traveled across the entire world to play here, and they almost make it to day number 3.
I think they should be proud, especially sweeping PSG. Those guys getting big international wins under their belt. Can't wait to see more of them.
Yeah, that is huge quality wins for them to go into their 2019, like later on throughout the season for season number 8. But NRG at the end of the day, they just barely prevail. And honestly, that's a big win for them. With all these other teams dropping out, there's not many left that can maybe contend for this title that we think.
I was going to say,
it's going to be easy for NRG? Is that what you're saying?
I'm not saying it's easy for NRG.
At this point, I am not holding anything true. Like, Turtle used the phrase of, you know, I had a moment there where I was second guessing. I was like, I don't know who's going to run away with this game. That is me the entire tournament. I don't know who's going to run away with this tournament at this point. Every moment I'm second guessing, like, what I knew.
I'm pretty sure I'm on my 20th guess by now at this point. I don't know what to believe
anymore. I can't wait to go back and rewatch and keep track of your win-loss record, because I'm sitting at 100%.
Good job.
Right now. Thank you so much.
As we got some of the highlights here between Icon and NRG.
Man, oh man, like this was a series, and I thought game number 1 for Justin was absolutely huge because he had a couple mistakes early on in game number 1, but then pulls out that hat trick. But it was back and forth. I thought one of the best plays that will definitely not be a top play. It was game 3, 10 seconds left, and NRG, they had a 1-0 lead. And Justin, he has a chance for a double tap attempt. He doesn't go for it. It's such a smart play by NRG because they know they have that 1-goal lead. Like, another goal will not matter. We see a Garage double tap here.
Triple. That was a triple, I think, right? That was one extra tap.
My apologies, Garage.
Cherry on top there with that last tap in. But with this here, joining us from NRG is going to be Fireburner. And Fireburner, we need some help up here. I don't know if you've been witnessing. It's gotten wild. And we just want to know, can you maybe give some insight, not only into your series, but just the entirety of your DreamHack here and how things have gotten so chaotic?
I mean, like every DreamHack, so many teams, is like bound to be a lot of upsets. Vitality going out today, it's like no one would have expected that. I mean, even we had a really close series versus Icon. I think the score doesn't really do it justice. It was a lot closer than 3-1 in my opinion. But yeah, I just think that all the top teams at the top are so close to each other that anyone can beat each other any given day.
So you get a Season 5 World Championship rematch tomorrow versus Dignitas. Is that the team you wanted to play going into the bracket?
I mean, our main goal was just to get top 8 or go into day 3. I don't think we really cared who we played first round because you got to beat everyone if you want to win. So, I mean, Dignitas is going to be a really tough matchup for us, but we're looking forward to it.
So, I mean, we don't see a ton of upsets outside of DreamHack, or so it seems. What is special about DreamHack that we see these insane upsets?
I don't know, honestly. I think it's just the amount of games everyone has to play. The days are really long. Some teams have been here for like 9 hours, 10 hours, and at some point people get tired, and just all the games being on LAN as well. Playing on LAN is way different than playing online, and it shows sometimes.
What is the biggest factor that you feel like is the difference, at least for your roster here, when it comes to playing on LAN versus playing online? Like, what is the biggest turmoil or advantage maybe that you feel like you gain?
I think the teams that have like the best play style and the most consistent play style always tend to do really well at LANs. The teams that have a more unpredictable, like not very balanced play style, it's like hard to be consistent every single LAN at. And I just think the most solid teams always do well at LAN for the most part.
Well, thank you very much, and congratulations for the victory there, Fireburner. Moving on to tomorrow. We are about to come to an end here of day number 2 of DreamHack Dallas, but we need to thank those who brought it to life. And it is going to be none other than that of Chipotle, BF Goodrich, Monster, and esportmanagement.com. Brought together here at the DreamHack Pro Circuit and DreamHack Dallas. We do have a day number 3 coming ahead tomorrow, so be sure to be able to check it out where we find the conclusion and figure out if NRG, Dignitas, who ends up walking away with the crown.